my yarny friends, my name is Crystal. I live with chronic illnesses, and I've been in another bad flare. Today it's finally eased up some. Yesterday was pretty horrible. A lot of the days have been that bad, so that's why I've been unable to get on here. I haven't been able to film my sewing area yet that I've wanted to. I've wanted to make some medical masks, especially for my son Justin. He has epilepsy, and anytime he gets a fever, they always go crazy high. But unfortunately, I haven't even been able to do that. One day I try to force it. I'm like, you know what? I'm fatigued anyway. Just gonna try to force myself to sew them because I was very sad that he doesn't have one and he can't get one. Well, partway into it, our dinner was done, and Stephen called me in for dinner, and I went in there and I couldn't hold my head up at the dinner table, and I couldn't chew my food. I just can't force things when I am struggling physically. Yesterday I finally had to force taking a shower, and I was in agony last night and tears. Very hard to endure. So that's why when I'm doing really bad, I can't get on here and do a vlog even when I really want to, because I miss you guys. I'm always missing you guys. So today I'm going to talk about finished objects, WIPS, and acquisitions. I will start with finished objects. Let me see where I put them. My first one, I'll do the Stash Buster 2020 challenge for this month. For April was a purse or a handbag or a market bag. I made a market bag. I thought that I was going to make like a mesh one, kind of like one like this poncho that I finished. But in searching for a tutorial or a pattern, I came across one I love. Let me see if I wrote it down. So I made this market bag. I love it so much. I find it very cute. I don't know, I was just drawn to it. And I thoroughly enjoyed making it. It is called Easy Market Tote by loopsandlovecrochet.com. I will leave a link to the pattern below. I used a Caron cotton cake, and this is how much I had left after making it. This was the first time I used this yarn, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It is 60% cotton and 40% acrylic, and it is a 4-weight yarn. And this colorway that I used was called Sunset Dreams. And I used a 4.25 millimeter crochet hook, even though it called for a 5 millimeter. But I wanted my stitches to be tighter because of, the pull of everything. And I also messed up. It called for 4 rows here of the granny stitch. Is that what it's called? And I did 5. So I did 5 here, messed up, so then I just did 5 here and here. But I really liked it. I'll have to make more of them because I have lots of Caron cotton cakes. Because I got them when they were on sale at Michael's. I went a little crazy like I did for many of my yarns. My next finished object is my poncho. I just hit the table. I'm sorry about that. This is the poncho that, let me see if I can pull up their names. Ryan at, I think it's called the Yarn Hag Ryan. I saw her make one and she looked absolutely beautiful in it and I wanted one. And then I saw Ella make one and I was like, ooh, I want to make one. She never tried hers on. I think Ryan's, I went to her, maybe her Instagram so I could see it. And then, who else? Z. Am I saying that? I know she, like, I think started it all and everybody wanting to make it. Is it Zelda NRJ3? So, it was fun to get on the bandwagon because, you know, I usually don't get to get on any bandwagon. So, usually I'm like, darn it, I missed that one. Darn it, I missed that one. So, I really enjoyed making this. It's going to be really fun for the summertime. I used ice yarns. Oh, let me take one out. Sorry about that. I should have had it out. It is called Pastel Cotton Salmon Shades Lavender Green and Orange. And so you can't even see the colors, right? It looks like muted. But it's really, these are the colors. And I thought it just seemed fun, has like a fun rainbow effect. I want to get a tank top to put under it, maybe in the blue or the salmon color. I thought that would make the poncho really pop. So whenever like the quarantine's over, I'm going to take it and go match it up because I think I'd like a color more than white. I used 4 of these to make the poncho, and you almost see the bottom of it. So it probably goes about right here on my arms. And this has, let me see how many yards it has. It's a 50-gram ball, so I used 200 grams, and this has 100 meters, so I use 400 meters. I have no clue how many yards that is. But I really enjoyed it, except for it is a lot of chains. That's all you're doing is chaining. Like chain 7 and then a single crochet, chain 7, a bazillion of them. But I really enjoyed it and I love it. I think it's adorable. And it'll be fun to actually have something that I can wear in the summer that I made because I don't typically make me anything. So that was a lot of fun. My next finished objects are, so I'll show you my cat. My first cat, I made 2. I finished him. Now, there are 2 different Amigurumi Cat patterns. This pattern right here is they made it for a size 2 yarn, so that's why when I tried to do it with a 4-weight yarn, it just was coming out gigantic. But there's other patterns out there to make the same cat but with a 4-weight yarn. I paid for the pattern for him, and I made a 4-weight yarn one, and I bought that pattern. Then Rail at the Dabbling Hook, she's like, there's a free pattern. And she's been using it for years because she didn't understand why when I tried to use this pattern, and she didn't know it was a different pattern, with a 4-weight yarn, she's like, I use a 4-weight all the time and it doesn't come out gigantic. But mine, it was coming out huge. So this one, I didn't write the name of the cat down. I will, this pattern, I will put it in the link below, and I'll write for a 2/8 yarn, and then I'll put the link to the pattern I bought for the 4-weight, and if I can find the one that Rail, I'm sure I can find hers, I'll put the free pattern. So this is the one I used with the yarn on my last yarn haul, that I used the Elise Cotton Gold, and their colorways are just numbers. And this is how much I had left to finish him. I really like this yarn. I like how it works out, and I think he was a lot of fun. And then And I didn't have to make them sit by themselves. They tell you to use, I don't know, pellets or something. I didn't have any pellets. But luckily, I had some rocks that I got at the Dollar Tree. So there's rocks at the bottom of it. It feels a little lumpy, but that's okay. And my second one, and this is my favorite one. I love him, and he's mine, and he won't be going to anybody. He's so cute. My husband says he looks like the Pink Panther, and he thought that his name should be Mr. Clouseau. Did I say that right? He had to keep telling me over and over I couldn't remember the name, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want a name I can't remember. So isn't he adorable? I love him so much. I have him sitting by me on the couch, you know, up top, so I can see him all the time. I went into my stash. I wanted a yarn that the color change would happen quickly, a 4-weight yarn where it wasn't brief and short, but it wasn't too long that I wouldn't have a huge area of one color. I wanted it to change quickly. And so I found this Red Heart Colorscape that I had bought at a Hobby Lobby clearance yarn haul. And this stuff, Red Heart Colorscape, the transition is perfect for this cat. This colorway is called Montreal. Oh, and this is the same yarn that Sandy at Crochet A, she made a hat out of it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just made a cat out of the same exact yarn and colorway. So Sandy, this is the cat right here. Isn't he cute? I love him. I love him more than this one. This one is super, super cute, but it's probably because it has a more purpley look. And so I loved the change so well that I went on Amazon and bought 3 different colorways, and I bought him like 2-3 weeks ago and hasn't even shipped yet. So yep, there he is with his little tail. He's so cute. Love him. Oh my gosh, and I'm gonna have to tell you about this big old box. I'll just go into one acquisition real quick. So when I was stuffing them, I'm like, I'm almost out of stuffing. And I love Amigurumi, and we're in a quarantine. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't be out of stuffing during the quarantine and all this yarn. And Amigurumi always just cheers me up. So, luckily, Terry at Yarn Joy Podcast, she had told me about this box of stuffing, and I had looked at it, and I don't remember why I didn't buy it at that time. So I went on to Walmart.com. That's where you can get this, and you can get it for $13. And it's only free shipping if you do, I think, $25 or $35 or more, something like that. And my husband needed a couple items, so it worked out perfectly. I got a big old box of stuffing for $13. So now I'm truly ready with my chocolate that I gotta show you. I'm ready for the quarantine. You know, the important things: yarn, stuffing, chocolate. So those are two of my finished objects, adorable objects. A next one is I made one more hat for the Hat Not Hate. I did the same pattern that I showed you last time, the crochet slouchy beanie. I really, really like it. I like this pattern. So I think that turned out super cute. And where can I put him? And then I talked about my poncho. So my next finished objects are, so I was really getting depressed that I could not make masks. I wanted to make masks originally, and most importantly, for the hospital, for my hospital. They asked for some. We live in a small town, and I wanted to support that. And then when I heard my son didn't have one, I really wanted to make him one. And I, was like, okay, well, maybe I could just make one, and didn't accomplish that. And so I was thinking, well, what could I do? What could I do on this bed? And I could at least crochet here and there. So I decided to make, I don't know if I'm going to call it gratitude bags or gratitude gifts, but I want to make up little gift bags, and I wanted to crochet a couple items for the bags. I want to buy $5 gift cards for a local coffee shop that just opened a coffee shop where you could actually sit into it. We have a lot for a little town of drive-through ones, but none that you can sit in. They just opened it, and now nobody can go there. So I would like to support them. And then in my little gratitude bags, I want to put a $5 gift card from them and a thank you card, and give these little bags to the people working at the hospital, or anybody that is considered an essential employee, but especially the people at hospitals where they're risking their lives, and they're getting the coronavirus. Some of them have passed away. My daughter-in-law has a friend whose sister passed away. She worked at a retirement center and got it. And I just want some way to say thank you. So it's just a little thing, and I thought maybe the bags, when I'm able to get them, I could decorate them or something. And who knows what else I could stick in these little bags to give out to my local hospital. So I went searching for cotton, and that's what this basket is full of. I have all kinds of cotton and scrubby yarn in here. And what I decided to make was, I am making this little set right here. This is a flower scrubby pattern by Bag O' Day Crochet. And when my husband saw it, he's like, I want one. I think it'd be a perfect body scrubber. For me, my skin's too sensitive, but for people who don't have sensitive skin like me, I'm sure the scrubby would be great for that. Or for dishes, a dish scrubby. I love this pattern. I find it easy to work with the scrubby yarn with this pattern. Now, if you're a beginner crocheter, I'm not sure if it would be easy, but if you're a I don't know, intermediate, I found it easy. I found it adorable. And then I wanted to do a washcloth to go with it. And this is by Jada and Stitches, called Pretty Simple Dishcloth. And she has you do something different around the edges. She has you repeat this pattern, but I just did a single crochet. And so I thought this, and a $5 coffee gift card. Oh, and I wanted to put some chocolate in there as well, in a little bag with a thank you card thanking them. So I did not tie this one in yet. The flower pattern, Bag O' Day has you leave it like that. There's these holes in here. And I didn't like the holes in there. So I would leave a long string, and then I would grab some stitches here in the big one, right up here. Then I would go down to one of the petals and grab a few stitches, go back up to the same thing, grab a few, go back down to a different petal and grab a few stitches and pull it through. And I did that all the way around, and that's how it's flat and they're now connected and you don't have those big holes. So I've made 2 of these sets, and then I made this set, and I wasn't a fan of the center of this, so I haven't tied these in yet. This is what the set's going to be for this one. And I'm really liking it. I think I went down to a 4.25 millimeter crochet hook, even though Jada says use a 5 for this, because cotton stretches when it's wet, and I wanted it to be a little tighter. And I have small hands. I don't like really big washcloths. I know some people like really big ones, but my hands are so small, I can't grip it. This I can grip. So I've just been making them how I would like them. So I have lots and lots and lots of different cotton and scrubby yarns, and I'll just see how many I can make, and if it doesn't have one of those in there, I'll, you know, at least it'll have some chocolate and a card, and chocolate card and a gift card in there. I just want to make up as many as I can so I can give it to as many people in the hospital that I can. You know, like go to the ER place and go to other places. You know, the x-ray technicians, all of them. Everybody's there working to help us. So I think that's it for my finished objects. Next, I'll go into my WIPS. My WIPS, of course, are I'm working on scrubbies and dishcloths here and there, if I could speak. And I started, so with some of that dishcloth, I had wanted to make this bunny, and it's called Ragdoll Spring Bunny by Spin a Yarn Crochet, and I'll insert a picture of that here. So I bought some of that cotton yarn to make this. So I wanted to make this before I ran out of the yarn, because I have a ton. So I wanted to make this rabbit. So here I am. He's kind of curling up. So I started the bunny, and but I have a lot. So I'll still be able to make a whole lot more wash rags with it. And this is only a drop in the bucket of the cotton yarn I have. So I started this, but I find because you have to use a smaller crochet hook, it's really hurting my wrist and my hand. So I'm going to have to do, this is going to be a few rows a day, because I did a lot of this in a day and I couldn't crochet for a day because it really hurt my wrist. I can do these with it, with the 4.25 hook, but the 3.5 is just too tight, and it's a very stiff yarn. So that's something that's on my hook. Another thing, I'm so random. I'm just like all over the place with crocheting. I just seem to not be able to focus. So I was able to go outside a couple of days for a short period of time, and it was a little cool out there. And so I'm going back inside trying to find something just to wrap around my shoulders or to put on my legs. And I was like, I don't have a throw for myself. I've never crocheted me a throw. I don't have a shawl. I don't have a sweater that I crocheted, so I was kind of bummed. I have the Eva cardigan that I want to make, but that's going to take quite some time to make. So I started something with a bigger yarn, and it's purple. So I am making, it's called Crochet Cardigan Any Beginner Can Make by Do Crew, Make and Do Crew. She has a pattern and then just like a companion tutorial, so it's not for the whole thing. So what you do, and this is going to seem super duper long, but you're actually making the back and the front panels all in one. And so this is as far as I've gotten. She uses some type of cotton yarn, and it's a 3 weight. but I wanted it warmer and fuzzier, and I love this color of yarn. So I'm using homespun yarn in the colorway Gothic, and so the hook I'm using is a 5.5 millimeter hook, even though she uses a 6.5 for that cotton. I wanted a tighter weave, and then to make it, I'm using the size small in hopes to get a large. And I put it around me, and I think I will have success. She talks about when you're crocheting at the end, it's hard to find the last half double crochet to get into. So what I started to do was when I chain 2 and then do my first half double crochet, I put a stitch marker there. So then when I finish a row, I know exactly where my last one is. See, so when I went to the end of this row, I did a chain 2, I did my first half double crochet, and there I know where my end is. So now I'm going down this side, and when I get to this end, I'm going to know exactly where to put my hook into for the last half double crochet. So then I'm not going to be adding or taking away any stitches, and I don't have to count my rows as frequently because there's a lot of stitches to be counting all the time. So I have one on each end, and I really like these type of clasps, and I don't remember the name of them. And these are the stitch markers I got from Jackie, 2 of them. Thank you, Jackie. So that is what is on my hook right now. That's it. I mean, I have a lot of other things that should be on my hook that I've started, like that Easter dress. I really need to finish it, but yeah. Yep. She doesn't need it for a couple years because it was too big, but I need to finish it, just like the jacket and a bazillion other things. I've been wanting to do a vlog to show you guys how many WIPs I really have, and yep, I haven't had the health to do it, but maybe it'll pick up and I'll get to. I keep hoping. I had one good day, and in this last, I don't know how long it's been since I've done I did a short vlog for the Stash Buster, but I think it's almost 3 weeks since I've done a real like finished objects and stuff. I had one good day in between that, and I was thinking, I'm getting better. I'll do a vlog tomorrow. I'm gonna, we have a spare room that has a recumbent bike and a treadmill in it. And I can't do the treadmill. That's what the elliptical bike is for. It's a recumbent bike. And but it needed to be cleaned and vacuumed. And so I'm like, hey, honey, could you help me pick it up? So then, maybe I can start exercising. I only could do like 3 minutes at a time. Yeah. Yeah, that didn't happen. But I'm always so optimistic. I'm always so hopeful that, hey, maybe this new medicine is going to help me. I had to actually go down. I tried to go up on it, and I just went down on it yesterday, and maybe that's why I'm doing a little better today. I am not sure. So next I'm going to go into acquisitions. I've already shown you my gigantic box of stuffing. I wonder, it lasted Tracy a year. No. Oh my goodness. My brain. You guys, I can't pull up names half the time. It doesn't sound right. It's Terry. Yes, it's Terry. She said it lasted her a year, I believe. So I'm curious how long it's going to last me. So, acquisitions. The first one I'm going to show you is my chocolate haul. The first one I will show you is my favorite chocolate that you can buy at a store. So I bought this on Amazon in bulk. And I should have got the 70% chocolate. I got confused on which one I liked the best, and I got the 60%. This is my first chocolate haul. See, they're coming out. There's a lot in here. We've made a little dent. It wasn't to the tippy top when I opened it, but these, I don't even know how to say it. Is it Lindor truffles, chocolate truffles? Yeah, there's a lot in here. I don't remember how many it said. How many chocolates? 120! It's heavy, man, to put it down. So, woo! So that was my first part of my chocolate haul, and that's my #1 favorite, but the 70 is my favorite. I still like the 60, but the 70 is extra dark. I don't know. This one says extra dark. Super duper dark? I don't know. My second favorite chocolate is Godiva. And this is like a truffle as well. This is dark chocolate ganache heart. It has a velvety center in it. And you're like, oh, that doesn't seem like much of a chocolate haul. That's not very big. Oh, that's just one of them. I got it at Costco online. So, yeah, I got 4 of them. I think I got lots of chocolate. I think it might last me just a little bit. Oh my goodness. So I got yarn, I got my stuffing for my amigurumi, and I got my chocolate. You know, the important things in life. The next acquisition I got was to make, oh no, he fell down, to make this guy right here. Remember, I had started him, but I couldn't finish him because I needed white, a #2. I got some Premier Cotton Fair. I had to get 3. I got it off of Amazon. I have to say, even though this is a 2 and that's a 2, this one was a little bit bigger than this 2 right here, the Elise Cotton Gold. So, but I didn't mind because you only needed it for the feet and the hands and the muzzle. But if you were going to add this, like make a shawl, and you wanted to add this, this one is a little bit bigger. Not drastically so, but it's a little bit bigger. My other yarn I got is I got my leather. I don't get the box anymore because I can't use the hooks. But I got this. Oh, it's upside down. Isn't that beautiful? I love it so much. I love it. I don't know, is this called a roving yarn? But I just love the colors. I've not yet been disappointed in anything that I've got from them. And boy, this is soft. So that was another acquisition. I also got, I saw, I don't know if it was Rail at the Dabbling Hook, mentioned these gigantic needles, and I haven't even opened this up yet because I haven't been doing well. For amigurumi, like look at how tall these are. The needles I use are usually this long, but when like you're trying to put arms on or legs, and then you need to put the yarn through, it'd be nice to have a bigger needle. How cool! Look at that thing. It is long. Wow. I hope I can use that. So I got these on Amazon.com. And then I got a really teeny 1.75 millimeter crochet hook because that's what this cat called for. But I'm not sure I can use that thing. I think I might stick with the 2.25. Oh my goodness. Because I'll be making another cat because I got all that. Let's see how teeny this thing is. Oh no, something just fell out. How weird is that? Oh my gosh, it's so little. It comes with the top. It's got to be for that, right? It is. Oh, how funny. Probably because it's a liability. Why would they? It's teeny, teeny, tiny. Oh, it is. And that little sucker's sharp. Ah! I don't know if I'll use that. That's some scary stuff right there. The next thing, or the last thing I got was I got this crochet magazine. I really, really like that top. I'd like to make that top. Isn't that cute? Wouldn't that be a fun summer top? And I actually tagged some things. And I thought this shawl was a wrap, was really, really pretty. This was a beach cover-up. I'd need mine a little longer. I want to really cover up. Oh, I thought this pineapple shawl was really pretty. Really liked that. Oh, I thought this hat was fun. A fun summer beach hat to keep that sunshine off your head. And I liked this wrap right there. I thought that was a pretty wrap. And I think, oh, nope, I tagged one more. Aw, a little girl top. Oh, how sweet. And a lightweight cotton, that'd be fun with a little tank top under it. So this is the magazine that I'm not going to keep once my subscription runs out. But I like the things that were in this one. There was a lot more in this one that I liked than the last one. I need to put on the wheel, but probably everybody doesn't have a magazine. But picks a pattern out of a magazine and do it. Because I got all these magazines and all these patterns in them, and I'm like, oh, I want to make that, and yeah, I forget about them. My last thing I want to show you guys is I got a few cards. So I received from Sandy at Crochet from her sister a thank you card for I gave a little donation, and then I did the little hearts for them. And look at this cute little stitch marker. It's a teeny, teeny, tiny crocheted heart. There's no way I could do that. Very, very cute. Thank you so much. And then I got from Adora. Oh no. Oh no, I think I don't have the card. Oh no, it doesn't say who it's from. I don't know why I thought it was Dora. Oh no, I got this card. There's no name on it. Well, phooey. A really sweet person gave me this really cute card. Ah, darn it. And then the last one is from Tara Lynn. Thank you so much, Tara Lynn. She gave me this cute little Valentine's card. I love it. I think she put the stickers on it. Oh my gosh, it's so sweet. I love her handwriting so much. I love you too, Tara Lynn. Thank you so much for this. And these adorable stickers. I love stickers. These are going to be fun for Valentine's next year for my calendar. And a cute little Valentine's card, another one. Thank you so much. I love it. I really, really appreciate it. Where are we? Ah! Well, we're at 40 minutes. I guess that's what happens when I can't get on here very often. I think that is it. I'm not sure. 40 minutes. I'm so sorry. I hope everybody is staying safe. I hope everybody is healthy, and I hope that you guys are finding things to distract you. I pray that you're able to crochet. I appreciate you all watching. If you could like, subscribe, and share, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it. I will talk to everybody later. Bye.